Welcome to the Note, I'm Ashley. Great news for my fellow Forza Horizon fans. It looks like Forza Horizon 4 has gotten off to a very speedy start. Its developer says that 2 million people have played the game since it released last week for Xbox One and PC. Gavin Rayburn, the studio director of developer Playground Games, said that we are humbled by the overwhelmingly positive feedback we continue to receive from players around the world. He added that the game is now the highest rated Xbox exclusive of this generation, and Forza continues to be the best-selling racing franchise of this console generation. Couple interesting stats about the game. There have been more than 4.6 million hours of gameplay watched across platforms like Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Mixer. Players have logged more than 822 million miles. That's a lot. Some of them are mine. It's also now available via Xbox Game Pass. That's because it is an Xbox exclusive first-party title. It is day and date, so if you have Game Pass, you have instant access to Forza Horizon. So definitely good news for Xbox One fans who've been looking for something new to play. I don't know, there's just something about the Forza Horizon games specifically, like the Horizon ones. I like the open world aspect. It's fun. It's like an RPG, except with a car instead of a horse. Speaking of, Microsoft looks like they may be acquiring a pretty well-known indie studio. Kotaku reports Microsoft is close to wrapping up the deal to purchase Obsidian Entertainment, the studio that's known for, well, games like Fallout New Vegas, but also more recently Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, South Park The Stick of Truth. No comment from Microsoft or Obsidian just yet. Well, not exactly, although the Obsidian spokespeople did say something to the effect of, like, we don't comment on rumors except to say that Rumors by Fleetwood Mac totally holds up, which it does. Kotaku does note the developer said late last year it's working on a new RPG that's going to be published by 2K Games' subsidiary Private Division, but that's about all we know about that project at that point. If this goes through, it'd be the latest in a string of acquisitions from Microsoft, which has been trying to beef up its first-party offerings. You'll soon be able to play Stardew Valley on your iPhone, so if you already bought it like 3 times because you're like, oh, it's on PC and then the other consoles, and now it's on Switch. Well, guess what? Now you can get it for iPhone. Well, soon. The game's creator, Eric Brunn, announced it's releasing very, very soon on the iOS App Store, specifically October 24th. It's going to cost $8. It doesn't have any in-app purchases. It's supported on both the iPhone and iPad. It's the full version of the game, and Brunn said it will have the 1.3 version single-player content like Night Market, but it won't have multiplayer. As for console multiplayer, Brunn said they are making great progress, and I have every intention to release it as quickly as possible. The Switch version, which will be the console to get multiplayer first, has gone into quality assurance testing, and the multiplayer updates for PS4 and Xbox One will come after that. Switch Online subscribers got a nice little surprise recently. In addition to some new additions to the NES games lineup like Solomon's Key, NES Open Tournament Golf, and Super Dodgeball, Nintendo also sneaky released a special version of the original Legend of Zelda. It's called Legend of Zelda: Living the Life of Luxury. Eurogamer posted screenshots of the new version, which Nintendo calls a souped-up version of the game. You start with all the best equipment along with a bunch of rupees and items, and if you beat the game, which you'll probably do pretty easily with all that gear, you'll also get access to a harder version called the Second Quest. Speaking of quality old school games, a couple of good ones are now out for Xbox One. Xbox's Major Nelson tweeted yesterday that Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD are now available on Xbox One as part of the backward compatibility program. So they join Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker HD Edition and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which are also available through the program. Definitely some good additions as the backwards compatibility program. It continues to be really, honestly, like one of the best features of Xbox One. You get access to the whole library, not just, well, not the whole library, but a whole lot more of it, especially because I don't want to go digging out my Xbox 360, but I still want to play those games sometimes. It's nice. This next story may make you feel a little bit bad about your PlayStation 4 trophy collection. The folks at Guinness World Records have honored Hakam Karim of Bahrain as having the most platinum trophies, so no, it is not Greg Miller, and the most trophies overall after 10 years of playing. The gamer, who goes by the PSN ID Hakum, set the record with an incredible 1,691 platinum trophies. Hakum tweeted a picture of himself holding his plaque. Don't worry, he's not done. The last time we checked PSN profiles, he was up to 1,719 platinums. Now, according to stats on that site, he has played 2,524 games and completed 2,076 of them. He averages more than 18 trophies per day. I salute him for that effort. I get like a trophy every couple days and I'm like, woohoo! The Rock is reteaming with his Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle director, Kdin, to make a pretty weird sounding movie for Netflix, but I'm already on board. It's called John Henry and the Statesman, and Dwayne Johnson will, of course, as you might expect, be playing John Henry. Yes, the famous folklore hero who outpaced a railroad spike hammering machine. That one. The end of that fable has John Henry win only to have his heart go out from the stress of it all. I don't know if they're gonna dive into that much of that part of that in this movie. The pitch was The Rock would be a folk hero who gathers other folk hero to do something. We don't know what just yet, but if it means The Rock swings around a giant hammer a lot, I'm in. Many studios bid on the project, but Netflix's bottomless bag of money won again, and it will bow on the streaming service whenever Johnson can find time in his schedule to do it. The man is making like, I don't know, 40 movies at the moment. That's a lot. I don't know where he finds the time, but he does, and I like him. I like them. They're fun. This is going to be a good one, I hope. Now, we all know Dave Bautista was James Gunn's most ardent and vocal supporter when the creative writer and director was fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 after Disney buckled to pressure over some very, very inappropriate jokes he tweeted a decade ago. Now that Gunn's been scooped up by DC for the Suicide Squad sequel, Bautista's already thrown his hat in the ring. He wants to be part of it. He tweeted, "Where do I sign up?" And so, of course, the internet's already started fan casting him. King Shark, Bane, Mr. Freeze, they've all been mentioned, but the popular favorite at the moment, anyway, is Solomon Grundy, a zombified villain from the Golden Age that's faced down and, well, even beaten Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, and many, many other heroes. He's trouble for you. There's no guarantee James Gunn is even directing the movie at this point. Warner Brothers has officially hired him as a writer, still to be determined if he also directs or not, but if he does, well, pretty good chance Bautista will be rolled in there somewhere. I mean, he's been a big supporter. He's so good in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was really good in Blade Runner. Anyway, that's all the news for this roundup. Let us know what you think of all the updates in the comments down below. To make sure you get all the crazy news from every corner of the internet, make sure that you like this video, and if you're new around here, subscribe to The Know. Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley. It looks like FORZA, I'm gonna do this a little bit different just because I like Forza Horizon around the world. He added that the game is now the highest rated Xbox exclusive of this generation, and Forza continues to be the best selling racing franchise of the console generation. But